Yo, what's up, boys and girls? Welcome to the BFFs YouTube channel. Make sure you guys tap the bell, like the video, subscribe, and comment down below.
Raising Cane's, if you've been following along, we're excited to say that there's still time to get your exclusive Post Malone poster at Raising Cane's. There are only 3 days left for you to post up your combo for only $1.99 and receive an exclusive double-sided Post Malone poster with all proceeds going to Notes for Notes. So add yours to your favorite combo for just $1.99. Head over to your local Raising Cane's or order your favorite cook-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, signature cane sauce, and of course, your exclusive Post Malone poster. Check out raisingcanes.com/Post Malone poster to learn more. And don't forget to follow Raising Cane's across all social media channels. We good?
Good in your end, Josh?
Yeah, feel good, look good.
What's that hat?
Oh, I was more talking about the shirt.
Oh, got it. All right. BFF, new episode. Well, a lot has happened since last episode. And I don't really know how to start. I would say, and it is really to Brie, I guess. Like, I think it's been overwhelmingly like positive and sweet, and I don't know what the right word is, but a great response to you like kind of bearing your soul a little bit last week. So I don't know. I feel like it was a good thing, and that people are so appreciative that you turned down the money, shared the story, and it's like you're seeing a lot of women be like, it's kind of a role model and strength. So overall, like, I don't know. It's weird to say couldn't have gone better because nobody wants to go through that, obviously. But I don't know. To me, on a subject we were going back and forth on, it left no doubt to me that you made the right decision.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely wasn't easy, but I don't think anything that is important or impactful is easy. So I think I made the right decision. And yeah, it's really overwhelming to see the response from women. I didn't understand the impact it was going to have. I think when I made the decision, I just knew it was the right one to make. And it's like beautiful, honestly, to see everyone coming together and just women standing up for each other and me. And yeah, I could cry talking about it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it really has. So I'm not sure where we'll go on this episode. I guess a little bit of the fallout. Like I saw this. I don't know that it matters. It almost seems like Zach's response to it has just been like to blog through it, or in his case, to just like post songs through it and act like it's not happening.
Yeah.
I found it kind of funny that his way of responding was always through the Instagram story, and that was going to be the original track title because we were making fun of the fact that he like posted on the Instagram story the morning of when the riot stuff all came out, and he's just kept it just stayed his kind of cadence of delivery is using his Instagram story over and over again.
Yeah, I think the response itself, the silence, is deafening. I think his response proves his character again. I think, I think it's just kind of proves everything that I said in the last episode. And it is a little frustrating. I mean, obviously, when I came forward with all of this, I knew people weren't going to believe me or people were going to be Team Zach, and there's two sides to every story. But me last week, I took the high road. I didn't share the whole story, and me taking the high road wasn't out of like stupidity or protection. It was me throwing him a bone. It was me,
which is I would have never done, by the way. But go ahead.
Crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't believe like people are lost causes. It was my final cry at help to try to get him to see what he does to people and to try to get him to get help. And I obviously think he's not responding, because if he is to respond, he has to deny it. And if he denies it, then I'm full story. Then I post all the videos and the recording. So it's like that in itself should be enough. But I threw him a bone, and I hope that he actually looks at it, reflects, and takes time to fix himself and stop putting women in these situations that he puts women in. And that's really why I handled it the way that I did. It's not to ruin him or whatever. Like, I'm not an idiot. He's still going to have concerts and songs, and people are still gonna love him. This isn't to like not.
You can't ruin him. No, I mean,
Yeah,
you can,
no one. No,
but you
I
can't.
mean,
Like
we don't.
you look at the world.
Yeah,
Chris Brown
that's what I'm
punched
saying.
Rihanna in the face with like pictures.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, it's like we don't. Of course, the world like always blames women. Like we applaud bad men. We make them president. So it's just very, very obvious what's going to happen after this. But I did it for women, not for Zach or for his family. It's just like last week I proved who I was. So you can say Bree said this, has done this before. Last week I proved who I was. What have you proven? That you have Wi-Fi and thumbs and you know how to fucking talk shit online? It's beyond me and it's crazy. And if you choose not to believe me, that's your own story. And I don't have to share anything else if I don't want to.
Yeah, and my vibe on from seeing the reaction, there's always going to be people who just dig their heels in the sand. And I've seen some people be like separate the artist from the music or whatever. And again, that's happened throughout time.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any element of what we were doing. We're like, oh my God, he's going to have nobody buying tickets or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody gun to head looking in the mirror has any doubts of everything you've said. The evidence, and you've kept a lot of it back, is kind of too overwhelming. You don't offer $12 million unless you're trying to hide something.
Yeah, that's enough evidence.
Yeah. I know me. I've been, and this always happens whenever I'm involved in something. It's like, well, Dave's a bad guy. He's been accused of shit. I have been accused of shit. I screamed it as loud as I could within seconds, being like, this is not true. I have the proof it's not true. I'll post the proof it's not true. He hasn't said dick.
A word.
Like, because you're telling that it's so obvious it's the truth. And even me, who's had nothing really, I can't imagine, Brie, I've had so much stuff sent to me or re-brought up when you start dating, like old texts or DMs being like, I tried to warn you before you start dating, and I read it and it's almost like verbatim. I have a story someone just sent to me, and I won't go into detail because again, it's brief stuff, but it's somebody close to Zach being fired, and he details a story in vivid detail, like the night, what it's about, the fight, all of it. And he's like, I don't want to get sued. There's so many stories like that coming out. His ex-girl, it's not, again,
yeah, and I know them all. I mean, there's people right now in Zach's camp that hate him, men that are feeding me inside information. Like, it's just crazy. I'm like,
which almost goes to the next thing. And you look at this, it's like, and I sort of get like Warner Music Group, and we'll talk about that a little bit. And people like, you know, he's a huge country star. He's a business onto himself.
Yeah, of course.
Generating millions and millions, not just for him, people around. But what goes into like protecting somebody like this and allowing it to continue in the behavior and the NDAs.
Spineless pussies. Spineless pussies.
Yes.
Everyone that works for him is a spineless pussy. Hi, I know you're watching. You watch everything that I do. I have, from the get-go, tried to tell them this. I'm the only one that ever stood up to Zach. I'm the only one that was ever like, we need to fix these things. They're yes men because they get paid. And just like I said to on the phone, hi, you have to live with what you're doing, who you're protecting just for a check. Like, I'm going to be able to sleep at night. You're going to have this farm that you fucking live on and do all these fun have all your animals. It's blood money. It's hush money. It's crazy. I don't understand why so many people are willing to, like, money is, it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing. And I've been on the other side of it, and it's horrifying what they cover
and
up.
I think that's why it resonated with so many people, especially women, obviously, because there's countless stories, like, and again, different, but like a Diddy, like he was getting away with shit for years. How? NDAs, money. So it was,
Scare
you
tactics.
haven't seen the cycle kind of stop like that. And I think that's why it resonated with so many people, and all the credits to you. I saw you talk about it. I saw people being like, Dave paid Bree and to make it like
that is pissing me off so much.
Totally false. Totally not true at all.
It's
like
crazy.
This was, 100% Bree's decision, because that's not even like, we didn't discuss that at all. Like, I have that one text which I was like furious mad because I thought they were jerking Bree around. But there was no talk between me and Bree like, well, I'll give you some, or this was like Bree's decision.
Yeah.
Period.
And
like
even
end
like
of story.
after when I told him I wouldn't sign it, the whole team is like, well, what, did Dave offer you 10 million or something not to sign it? I'm like, you guys just can't comprehend that that is not about money. It's crazy. No one can comprehend that it's not about the money. It's so much bigger than that. It's crazy.
I don't get it, but I know Bree is protecting Zach. Like still, like and you may be like, how's he? Because there's stories that are forward. Like there is have you seen the Roan #2 diss track, Bree?
Yeah, I gave him everything to write about.
There is a diss track that has not been. It was for Bree to sing.
It was for me, and I gave him the stories.
Yes, and these are stories I had not heard. And I've heard a lot. My jaw. I could not believe this. So for the people like you don't.
And you know what? Last week's episode, I wanted to cut the whole last.
Yes, I had to like. So
I wanted to cut the whole last thing because I was like,
which is
it's really
the most.
Paint him in a bad light.
Yeah, that last story, the birthday party story, we recorded it. Bree wanted it cut. I really thought it had to be in. I called Bree the next day, and my point of view was, I know how awful Zach is. I think there's going to be a school of thought. Well, he's just a douchebag controlling. There's a lot of asshole boyfriends. Yeah. That story in particular gave a window. You can still be a douchebag guy, but that was something different. Like, oh shit. And that gave, and Josh and I kind of reacted the same way when we heard. It's like, we get it. Like that story.
Well, that gave light into exactly the type of guy Zach Bryan is. There's only a specific type of guy that does that kind of move. And you hear that story and everyone's met one of them. Everyone's met one of them, and you go to your head and you go, okay, I know exactly who this guy is now.
Yeah. And again, just to reiterate, Bree didn't want that in there. Like,
yeah.
So we really, for the sake of like trying to, not only her, the whole story, what people. So yeah, it was.
I obviously I knew it was an important story, but like even when I told it in the beginning, I was like, I don't know if I want to tell it. It's just like hard to recollect that myself, and then to share it is hard. Especially, I think a lot of people are forgetting that I'm 2 weeks, like at that point I was 2 weeks out of it. So like even recalling those things or understanding those things is really hard, and like still is. So I think that's why I'm holding back so much. And I do think I will just continue to hold back, because it's like, I said this on TikTok, I painted a very clear picture. I really set the scene, and if you can't see it, then it's not for you. And I think that you're on the wrong side of things. So I don't think I have to say much more. If you can't see through what I said, then I don't know, maybe you're on the wrong side of things. Like
anybody at this point who's like, well, I need more proof, you could probably give them pretty concrete proof, and they'll still come up with something. And there's always going to be that. Like,
yeah, of course.
You know, there's a superstar, and there's plenty of assholes who still have fans. So
and like we said in the beginning, that wasn't my goal at any of this. If that was my goal, I'd be telling you everything. I'd be posting the videos and shit. My goal was just to share my story and help other women. It has nothing to do with tearing him down. Like, he's never going to be happy in his life ever. Miserable person has everything in the world, and still miserable. So, I mean, God, good luck to him in his life.
I think that's a good way to look. And we'll go through these sheets and go one by one the things that we come out with.
This can be our last Zach Bryan episode ever, and we never have to talk about it.
DraftKings. Ever wanted to bet on sports and wondered how to get started? DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, are making it easier than ever. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, select a sport like the NFL, select an option like TD Scores, pick who you think will score, and place your bet. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BFF. That's code BFF for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. Josh, where are you with Warner Music Group? So we do this, you're wearing it, Smallest Man. We do this track, and this is, you and I do it on all public things. We do a day-long shoot, like a so full-blown like movie set type shoot. We put the thing out, and we're like, they're taking it down. It must be because how lucky is Bree? That's the only thing. And you kind of mentioned it, like, well, there were hints. Like, I used to like do this thing with Warner Music, but not really, and no one really paid it. Turns out you're a full-blown Warner Music Group artist.
Well, I had said that I had a record deal with Warner. I had said that to everyone.
But you were like, it's done. It's not a big deal. It won't matter.
So for us, they hadn't picked up on the option. So like to us, we were like, oh, okay, so like this isn't really something they're focused on. We had went to them a couple different times, not recently, maybe like 2 years ago was the last time, maybe, or a year and a half ago was the last time we had talked to them. And we had talked about doing like comedy music again or stuff in that lane. And they had always kind of just like been like, oh, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. So that was the whole deal was around me coming off of Still Softish, making like Lonely Island, Andy Samberg, pop star type music. And so when we came out with this, we in our minds, we were like, okay, we're just going to feed what they've wanted us to do the whole time. Just like go and make a little like funny track. But obviously they weren't so happy on the Zach Bryan side. His A&R was my A&R, so they got on that and blocked it about as quick as they possibly could.
Have you talked to them at all?
Yeah, so from where I know it stands right now, we're just trying to get out of the deal.
So like so on our end, we're like, what is going on? So we got the contract. This is no joke contract. It's like a 75
4 more albums.
Yeah, and I don't know what you mean by no option.
It's not 4 albums. It's not 4 albums. I don't have to do 4 albums.
No?
What do you have to do? I think you got to do 4 albums.
It's 4. I think it's just 4 releases. So it's just like I could release like 3 songs going essentially.
But do they have to approve it?
That's where it kind of gets into that muddy water area. You know,
because
what I mean?
our lawyer looked at it. I sent it to UTA, and I got the same reaction every time I looked at it. They got this boy locked up. Like,
well, who do you think I was with when that deal happened?
Who, UTA?
Gruen.
No. Yeah.
Oh, Gruen. Yeah. I know.
It wasn't even like this was something I had maybe just like turned 18, maybe. And it was like that's when it was like I was kind of listening to the people that, you know, were in charge of my business, and they were like, this is the move that you should make. We have all the lawyers. This is a great deal for you. And I'm like 17, 18 years old, been in LA for 2 months. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Let's do it. A record label. That's crazy. So,
I think if we could have kept that song up, I don't know how big it would have gotten it.
The biggest thing, it still is, and it's blocked from everything.
I know.
So before Smallest Man came out, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, does this do Still Softish? Because Still Softish was a time where it was like a mix of perfect side. TikTok was at its biggest. COVID was going on. Like everything was that perfect storm, right? So I was like, is this going to get still? I think it would have passed Still Softish.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think it would have passed Still Soft. I think it would have got over 50 million views on YouTube.
I saw you were at Texas. People were playing it. I was at Ole Miss. Yep. People were coming up to me
They're playing it at all the bars. I keep getting DMs about it.
You guys got an offer, actually, that I wanted to get your reaction on the pod.
Who?
I talked to Matt and Tariq, and they wanted to know if Dave and crew would want to perform the diss tracks at Rolling Loud in December. We could make a huge moment out of it.
I mean, shit.
Dave is not going to be able to do that.
I already saw this, and I already said, here's the thing about me performing live.
Lip sync.
I can't.
It's in Miami.
Lip sync.
I can't even lip sync. I don't know the word. Like my brain doesn't work like that. Like when I had to go do this thing myself. If you ever heard the first version of Smallest Man, Dave's version,
can we play that? It's so bad. Can we please play it? I laughed so hard.
It was so unbelievably bad.
So bad.
I was gonna make a video being like, I know you're waiting on Dave's version, but it
It's so bad.
I don't know what they did. It wasn't all me though. Austin is like a fucking loose lips. It's
bad.
Shocking. Have you heard it, Josh?
I might have heard a little bit of it.
You hear 1 second, you're like, all right, this can't work.
Oh my God.
It's
Yeah, people were missing my angelic voice on.
no,
on the other
you're
disc.
really good.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you.
God, Dave.
What?
That's your high. Can you guys hear it?
Oh, you guys.
I've been listening
we
to
didn't know
it
it was
the whole
playing yet.
time.
No, I
Oh, we
couldn't
had
hear
no idea it
anything.
was playing.
Oh, sorry.
It sounds like you're a high school SoundCloud rapper.
That probably sounds good compared to what I'm thinking.
Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I said, trust me. Call your pants on fire. Tinder bumble ride.
Oh my God.
Douchebag who just made
God.
a new rival. Pretty soon you gon' need a revival. Trust me. Call your pants on fire. Tinder bumble riot. Knew you was a liar.
All right, we get the point.
Oh my goodness.
You sound like you're on pills or something.
There were a couple
Yeah,
things going
dude.
on. They were telling me to go.
Story.
Got that Kodak crap in you.
Austin's probably not telling the truth. They're like, go low because it'll catch you and he can AI you
Yeah,
or something.
that was Jesky made you like he made you sing like weirdly like low.
And then
That
I
was
was just like, I got to
disturbing.
give up. Like, get Caroline. And I said it on the last. I don't know that their team, they should just let the smallest man go because, like, we have Roan sitting here who is just ripping
Just
up
writing.
like unbelievable tracks. So,
Yeah, I feel like they made it worse for themselves. It's just bringing more attention, and it's really proving the smallest man. Just whole thing.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did see this. Deb did like, and this is his prior, another surefire sign.
I mean, come on.
This
All
was
the X's are coming
this
out.
was an awesome video, by the way. The little hints she was given in the video with the Josh wine, with the music, with it was a chef's kiss of a video.
That was sort of the original, like everyone's against each other, but it's more the people around somebody who allows that behavior, not only allows, condones, turns the other cheek, like Mike, security guard, who's been there a lot. I was like, Mike, you have to know a lot. He told me a story. You can tell he's I'm going to tell the story. You can tell he's a piece of shit just by this story. Mike, our security guard, one of the nicest guys going, great
Love
security guard. You guys were at some event, maybe it was in Boston. And
Nashville.
was it Nashville?
Yeah.
Zach had his security guy. Mike's there. His security guy, Zach's, is in the front seat. Mike's in the front seat. You guys are out in a venue. The streets are crowded in Nashville. You're trying to get out. They like each other, Mike and the security guard.
I
and Mike's
love-
just like, can you go around back to make sure I don't hit anybody? Like to help back out. And Zach's like, you're not allowed to talk to my security guard. Like just that little story. Like, what do you, like, what the
What
fuck
power
you
trip
talk-
are you on, dude?
Yeah, like you're trying to back out your crowded street.
Oh, I'm like being every time we bring something up, I'm reminded of a new story. This one
Should have got him to go out and back him, like just run him over.
Like, and
Should've
those
just
guys
backed
get along.
over.
They're just like trying to get out of a parking lot.
Yeah.
That's just reminded me of another one. You know, Fibula, who you hate.
Yeah, I don't like Fibula.
Zach tried to murder him because he touched my shoulder. Like in the car, made him pull the car over, kicked him out of the car. It was crazy. Oh my God, I forgot about that because it was just the norm.
Yeah.
God.
This story crazy too. They're all. It's one after another. I guess. Have you known this, Zach? And this will be the last time we'll talk about it, and then we'll go on away. But he was dating somebody or getting ready to take a trip with somebody, Grace, who like is an OnlyFans, I guess. And
Oh, this was right before I started dating him.
Yeah, she thought she was going to Paris with him, and then 3 days later, he hard launched your relationship. Which again, there has been nobody coming out that has been like, well, I had a different experience. And again,
I know.
that to me is what makes what you did so important. Not just this, but it's breaking the cycle. Like someone else wants to date him, fine.
Yeah, good.
Like, I'm sure he'll put
Fucking luck.
eyes wide open of what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. And people are
Yeah.
saying like, well, she knew, Brianna should have known, this has all been out there. It's in his lyrics. No, it's none of his exes have ever came forward about anything. This has not been out there. I have not been warned in his lyrics.
That's the
sorry.
dumbest argument I've ever
I'm
heard.
sorry. What he says that he's an alcoholic and he's going to disappoint you in his lyrics. He doesn't say what he's actually going to do to you in his lyrics. And also that argument pisses me off because you're claiming, okay, he is aware that he abuses women. You're telling me, yes, he told you in his lyrics that he abuses women. So we're going to blame you for the aware man with hundreds of millions of dollars, all the resources, every possibility to get help, but is aware that he abuses women and keeps doing it. We're going to blame you because you didn't listen to it.
As far as I'm not aware of him having lyrics that says he abuses women. As far as I know,
He doesn't.
It's like he said he drinks and he's like not a perfect man.
That's what he
I'm
says
not a
in his
perfect man.
lyrics.
Yeah, I'm not a perfect man. There's a lot of not perfect men out there that are nothing even remotely similar to what we're talking about
Yeah.
here.
And also everyone's like, well, he just needs a break out of a relationship. He just needs to be single for a while. This man has been single since he's been married. He's been cheating on everyone. Every single relationship the whole time. This man has never been in a relationship. My boy's been single his whole life.
Yeah.
It's crazy. My guy is single forever.
Yeah.
Bruins singing Morgan Wallen, great. I have a video of the Celtics locker room bumping Smallest Man as well. I asked if we could
Can we
post it.
see that?
What's that?
Can we see
I
the
asked
video?
if we could post it. I haven't gotten the approval because it's taken from inside the locker room.
Oh, can you send it to me for a personal view?
Yes, of course.
Sick. I will say I've never liked the Boston Bruins. I'm Toronto Maple Leafs guy. It's a hard team. They've beaten us up, but I love the Boston Bruins. When I woke up and I saw that video of them singing, that was awesome.
That was
great.
awesome. My mom is the biggest Bruins fan ever. I walk downstairs. She's sobbing. I'm like, Mom, what are you sobbing at? She's like, the Bruins video. It was adorable. It made her life.
I would have loved to see Morgan Wallen like when he first, and obviously he's huge, but his song went as big as like Smallest Man again in the time.
I know. Can I have some
Yeah,
ad
we blew
revenue?
up his song all over again.
All
I
over.
saw a clip of him performing the song at a concert. And the way he was introducing it and saying, like, you guys all know this one. Like, I think you can get a little louder.
I was hoping
like,
for a Bree
there's a little
shout-out
signs,
so bad.
maybe.
I
Yeah.
phone up to
Those
my
were
ear.
old videos. So
Were
he's
they all
done
old?
touring. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a new one.
For
They had
now.
me tricked.
Me too.
Yeah,
I got tricked on that too.
All right, guys, quick commercial break. It's the season of giving, but finding that perfect gift can often feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. So this year, I found the solution to all of my gifting woes. Gift the sun this holiday at Sunglass Hut, where it's all about the magic of gifting. So no matter what they're into, you're bound to find something memorable thanks to their holiday selection that includes a wide range of styles from their biggest brands like Prada, Dolce & Gabbana, Versace, Ray-Ban, Oakley, Burberry. And if you need to show them some extra love, Sunglass Hut is also the ideal gifting destination thanks to their customization and engraving options. So you can let them pick their own and give them a Sunglass Hut gift card. Their personalized services make holiday shopping effortless. So with services like buy now, pay later options, the Sun Love Protection Plan, spare parts repair service, free complimentary fitting and adjustment, and their Sun Club loyalty program, you can shop with peace of mind while earning points towards rewards. Head on over to your nearest store and check out their unique selection of shades available only at Sunglass Hut. You're going to love what you find. You can visit them in store or online. Sunglass Hut is the destination for all of your holiday gifting needs.
I guess you re-spoke, Bree, about the Menendez brother. That's another thing. Even if you didn't re-speak about it, the comparisons but you did re-speak about it.
Yeah, I said I was clearly projecting, and I never discredited their abuse, but I was obviously projecting, and I apologize for those remarks, of course.
Grace clarified she didn't take money from Zach, which I think that was a weird jump that I saw that people thought
Yeah.
that, like, how could she take money and not Bree? But she clarified that. This is another thing that just proves what a dickhead this guy is. I saw this. This is twice. This Charles Wesley Godwin.
Godwin, yeah.
Now, if I'm understanding this, there's twice he's done this with his band members who have released their own music, and then he goes on top of it and releases his own shit at the same exact time, which is just a jerk move.
Can't share the spotlight.
And then he reacted to this one, which is, again, he's paying attention because he started just posting his music.
Yeah.
But I saw like friends of Zach or somebody in the band basically being like, yeah, he's a dickhead. Like there was a video that went viral. I actually saved it. Let me see if I have it.
We know for a fact that your whole band hates you.
Let's see if we can pull this up, if I can find who it is. You said you had all the tea on that, by the way.
I do, but I think that speaks enough for it.
Okay.
I think his actions
Where is
say
this?
enough. I don't even have to say it. He proves everything for me.
Where is this? By the way, do you see the black dude with like the grill singing the song?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That got muted.
That just
How
got
does
taken
that
down,
get-
yeah.
How?
No.
How is that illegal?
the cover?
I know, it's crazy.
TikTok just lets Warner Music do whatever they want.
For real.
Yeah, and that's Warner Music just covering up for this dude. It's like crazy for money.
All for money. It's a money game.
They
You know
look
who's not in
so
it for the money,
bad.
though? You know who's not in it for the money?
Who?
Rumble.
Oh, true.
Shout out Rumble. Shout out Rumble for keeping it up.
Is the
through-
video on
through.
Rumble?
Yeah, Rumble
Oh,
will never
yeah.
take it down.
Oh,
Rumble
Okay,
will never take it
here
down.
is we look it up here. Iluka, ILUKA on. Is this for you? That would be TikTok. Yeah,
is it the Blonde Girl?
yeah, but it's scroll down. Keep scrolling. Her boyfriend's in it, sitting on the ground.
You sent me the TikTok.
Did they delete it? Oh,
It's another. It says, "Wait, another hot ZB take from my country boyfriend."
Yeah, I don't think
I think she deleted it. They probably got.
Do you know who
In
this guy
trouble.
is? Can you see my screen? Oh, you can't.
No.
Yeah, she's got two, and it's basically the story. It's like he mentioned that there were two band members he's done this to.
Yeah. Well, Charles and Jr.
So there you go. So that
JR. Which one was he? JR. Was he the guitar guy?
No, that's Noah. Jr. plays keys. He's incredible at music, but yeah, I don't know. Obviously, he stands with Zach, so says enough. You know.
Don't like that.
moving along here. So he didn't let you dye your hair?
I couldn't have. He hated my extensions. Like, I mean, it just goes back to the dress thing where I said I wouldn't do things because I didn't want to upset him.
Got it.
This guy thought he was playing a game of Dress to Impress with you or something.
Yeah, it was so crazy. It was just anytime I looked good, I felt like he got insecure and didn't.
It's like, thought you
Yeah,
could
this
just-
guy.
Speak, Valentina. Speak. Just say what you just said to me.
J.R. Carroll is in Zach Bryan's band.
Yeah.
He's releasing a solo album. Zach Bryan put out his single the same night that J.R. was releasing the debut single from that album.
Wait, isn't that so sad?
Well, I know he put out the singles that night to combat the podcast, and then it bit him in the ass.
It didn't work at all. And it was hilarious. Who thought The World's Giant was the song to release after we just called him the smallest man?
Well,
Like,
he's
it's gonna
trying
be
to
giant
be
for
like
you,
so
'cause you're so tiny.
manipulative, and it's like, yes, I will be in the walls, and I will be the ghost that haunts you forever. Like, obviously, dude, the fuck.
I am.
And
not
imagine
great.
I didn't take the money, and he put that out, and then it looks like
Oh
he's
my
the
god! I saw
victim
people saying that.
of everything. And I'm
Unreal.
Oh my
Brutal.
god, I would be
would've been so bad.
infuriated. Just
And
be
that
like-
puts almost like his prior
that's what he does.
NDAs.
He abuses people and then uses it to make music off of them. Sick.
Yep.
Sick.
The one of the only real positives that have come out of this is you have become a Swiftie.
I'd die hard, Dave.
I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to.
I've never dated a
try.
scumbag, so I didn't get it. And I was just like, I wasn't listening. I wasn't feeling it. You know, when you're just like not really understanding. oh my God, I'm a diehard Swiftie. But tickets are like $10,000. Can your connects get me a Canada tickets?
We can get you in. We'll get you. Where's she now? Toronto? The tourist rep. Wait till you see it. And when you see it, you're going to be like, it takes it to a whole fucking new level.
Well, even before this, I watched it a couple weeks ago. I watched it to give myself, you know how I was talking about my video diaries that I made throughout it to like leave? Yeah. I started listening to Taylor Swift. And if you really paid attention to my social media, there were a lot of cries for help. Like I was posting So Long London on my Instagram story. I've been trying to give hints at this shit. And I watched the Eras tour on HBO or whatever, or Disney Plus, and I was like, I need to go to this concert.
Yeah, I'll look at the schedule. We got to figure
just go as a group. I actually saw a couple videos of people being like, they need to all get brought out by Taylor. Taylor needs to bring all of BFFs out to
that. I don't know if I can put that together.
That's not going to happen. But maybe we could go to a show together.
Come on. Yeah. Do you guys think like Taylor and Travis are sitting down on the couch one day and they're like, you see this diss track?
100%.
I think 100%.
Especially because Travis is in the podcast world.
And like I'm in the Taylor world. Like I know Tree and
there's no way. There's no way.
100%.
I've had people hit me up about it that I was like just to me, I was like, I would never think that side of social media would like Steve will do it. Like he was like, yo, that shit was tough. And like I would have never expected that Steve will do it would come out.
Calls all over
and
texts. That's the one severe miscalculation he definitely made. It's not only if you know you're this behavior, and the Brie relationship, knowing what we know now, was always going to probably end similarly to how his past relationships, since it seems like everyone ends like that. But Brie's a public figure, and it's like wasn't going quietly. Like, I guess is hoping she take the money.
Yeah. I mean, if you've been able to act out in a certain way, it's like a little puppy or like, a child. Well, if you let your child throw temper tantrums or your dog, you let your dog get away with shit, it's going to think it can continue to do that, right? It's just like this guy's lived no one has come in and like gotten him in trouble or like, he's like screaming daddy issues. He's screaming that.
Well, it goes back to how he minimized what I do and like you guys, my whole relationship. So he thought, no one's going to care. They're going to talk about me on a podcast. No one's going to give a fuck. They're going to out me. No one's going to care because no one cares about Barstool. Nobody cares about Brianna. Like, it's not important. It just goes to show that he really thought, I don't matter. None of us matter. That what we do doesn't matter.
And again, I can't say this loudly enough. I've already said it multiple times. Warner Music Group, who's ever in his circle protecting him, and maybe not everybody knows, but I've gotten enough DMs and messages that a lot of people know, and they should be fucking ashamed of themselves.
They should be. You know what?
Ashamed.
Warner, you should have seen what was going on. You should have seen the stuff that you were protecting and been like, fuck, we're going to let Smallest Man come out. You know what? We're going to step aside here. We're going to let Dave.
And a lot of that team has seen shit he did to me firsthand too. Like firsthand. And I'm not talking like little stuff, firsthand. Because if he could do this stuff that I talk about in front of people, just imagine what it was like behind a fucking closed door. So there's a lot of people that saw shit, and it breaks my heart and it makes me sick that so many people are just scared of him. Everyone in his life is scared of him, scared to stand up to him. They're all yes men. They all get paid by him. I mean, and this is so much bigger than Zach. Like that is 100%. A lot of people. And that's why I shared it. Like it's just.
Well, that's what was so powerful, I think, about it, Brie, is most girls get silenced or, put in a position where they feel like they can't speak out or whatever the result is. And they're still not offered any money or they still don't get a $12 million offer, let alone a $10,000 offer. So many people feel like they've been forced to be silent, and you being able to say, no, I'm going to talk out about this. Going up against one of the biggest country musics and the artist, being in the public eye, having to go through the breakup, like you said, a week before you go and talk about it.
Yeah.
You don't even get to deal with the trauma yet. You don't even get to like really comprehend all the stories. There's going to be months that go down the line where you start remembering different stories, remembering stories even differently, probably. So It's so brave. I think so many people were able to rally behind it. I think girls across the globe were able to be like, holy shit, we can do this. We can stick up for ourselves. Like, you were an example for so many, which was the most powerful thing about it. That's why I texted you after the show. Like, it was like that to me was what made all of it worth it.
Yeah.
And made you like that. You made a decision that was bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
And you said, I'm going to decline this money and do this.
Game Time. We love getting out to live events, whether it's a concert, football game, or a comedy show, and we always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You know how much we love Game Time. Now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier than ever to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I was looking at tickets for the Celtics versus Raptors on November 16th. I saw an amazing Game Time pick deal with amazing seats for only $97. Just pull up your chosen event, turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? I'm going to go buy those Boston Celtics tickets now with Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code BFF for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code BFF for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time. And like, even if you went on TikTok right after, like the clips, they weren't funny clips. Like they were hundreds and hundreds. I think it got into the thousands of people using your voice on like very personal moments for themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I've been like tens of thousands of DMs. It's sick how people are treated and how they're forced to feel like it was all their fault. Like, I didn't understand that narcissistic abuse was as prevalent as it was. And I'm really glad I talked about it. Another really important takeaway that I've seen throughout this is men holding themselves accountable and their friends accountable and speaking out about it and like believing women. It's been really cool because the girls are always going to show up always because they understand, but it's really cool to see guys show up too. And you guys are a big part of that because so many guys look up to you both. And when they see you guys setting an example and like speaking out about it, you guys I know it was fun, the diss track, and you guys hate Zach, but you guys made a really big impact, I think, on how men will view this for a long time. So thank you.
Yeah. And it's not being minimized. Like, again, people, whenever I'm in this, like, who is he to say anything? But guys, normal guys, like, if you're a guy and you don't see this as like a major problem, you're probably not a normal guy. Like you're not. You're on the same boat. Yeah, if you can't get, this is like fucking crazy what we're talking about here, then you're missing something like pretty important. Like it's not a gray area. It's pretty obvious when you hear the stories.
And it's like, I see people being like, well, guys cheat all the time or do anything. When towards the end, when I found out he was cheating the whole time, that was the least hurtful thing about it. Like, that was the normal thing for me to accept. I'm like, well, yeah, guys kind of suck and guys do that. So him cheating, that's why I didn't bring any of the cheating stuff up, is like, that was the easiest thing for me to swallow and to get.
Yeah, I'd agree with that too. Like, lots of people cheat, guys. That is not what we're talking about here.
That is like, so much more than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, for the record, everyone's like, Dave's one to talk. He's made everyone sign NDAs. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Nobody in my life has ever signed an NDA. I have 19,000 sex tapes out there. Nobody has signed a fucking NDA. Nobody. Audio. Yeah, this went for the text, the lawyers. Country Diddy. The Warner Music Group is fucking with that one too. We can't get that on spot. It's not on Spotify. They won't put it on Spotify.
What? That seems illegal.
I don't. Austin?
We're still waiting to hear back. But yeah, there's no explanation. It's gone up everywhere else. There's no explanation besides they're just.
So beyond Josh Richards, they just are fucking with us.
Yeah. Neither of them. Dave's version didn't go up. Country didn't go up. Dave's version was supposed to go up 2 days ago. Country was supposed to go up yesterday. It refreshes once a day at midnight. It's just not going up.
So Spotify's protecting him too?
Clearly.
Seems that way.
It's not the company you want to keep. It's not the company you want to keep, guys.
And he would always say that to me. Bree, you're the company that you keep. Talking about you guys and all my friends. The projection on this dude. Come on.
It may all stem from the guy. He's really short. Like
you think he's
Napoleon
just,
complex, like it fucks with you. It's just you're like, oh, I'm so short. Like
it's like
insecurity. Like how can I get like anybody?
How can I
I'm
seem
short.
big? How do I put everyone lower than me so I seem big for once? Wow, that's probably what it is.
So is this true? I didn't. So Google changed
was awesome.
Bree's cover.
This was so funny.
Yeah.
I saw this.
Wait, really?
And it's like Google's clapping back. And it was one of the funniest things ever. They put it as a picture of your Golden Globes dress.
Wait, that's awesome.
Is that on purpose? Or is that like an algorithm?
It
because
changed.
It
might
used
be
to
algorithm,
never
but
be
yeah.
that.
it may be because everyone was searching for it because
That
we talked
dress,
about it.
yeah.
But yeah, now when you Google, it's the first picture that comes up of her.
Well, good.
So.
That's so awesome.
That
It's
is
so
so
awesome.
What are we into? What is this section? Questions from Austin to the BFFs?
No, that was the Rolling Loud thing. I just wanted to bring up to you guys in the pod.
Oh.
Hey, I mean, I'm in for Rolling
Zach
Loud.
can do it. I mean, Zach can do it. Josh can do it.
I can do it. Dave,
I can't perform live.
just lip sync.
They tried to
funny
get me
to
to do
say
it at
out
Ole
loud.
Miss. I don't even know the words. They tried to get me to do it at Ole Miss.
I
was like,
know
I'm
you
not doing
fucked
it.
up. Even when you said it, you said, how lucky is Bree? And
can't
you
do it.
still said the
I
lyrics
don't-
wrong.
I am
Yeah.
not a lyrics. I can't. Lyrics do not work in my brain.
So when
What
you
if you
go
get
to
a
the
teleprompter?
teleprompter, when you go to Taylor Swift, do you sing?
I do, but I get lost quickly.
One of my
Like,
favorite
dude, the
TikToks out
crowd
of
will
all
know.
of this has been, I sent it to Austin, was people don't understand Dave's autistic, and this is going to be 4 months of him just absolutely fixated on it.
I am fixated on it.
It's right there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll stay in his ass, like, but I don't know. It's an interesting one because it's like he's just such a scumbag, and I don't like people protecting somebody who's a scumbag. He's so big, but to be honest, people can make their choices now. You want to support the guy, you want to go buy his music, you want to go to his concerts. Everyone knows the type of guy he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's on you now. We have told the world
Job is done.
who he is, correct?
Yeah.
So-
you do whatever you want with that information.
You do. There's really nothing more exposing, if that's the word. Like he is who he is. You make a decision on how you want to spend your hard-earned money, your time.
I
I've
do
never
think we
understood it.
should ruin his birthday, though.
What is how? Tell me how.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we just
'cause
have to do something to ruin his birthday.
When's his birthday?
April
Yeah,
2nd.
your birthday was ruined.
Fine.
Yeah.
We'll
So
ruin it.
we'll just shut up until then.
Part of me, I have to like his tickets are so expensive. Someone else did it. Like people are like, you should buy an entire venue.
Yeah,
like
it's 50
tickets.
cents.
I was so Dave. I was saying, how funny would it be?
But how much would that cost?
That would cost
I don't know,
so
but
much
imagine
money.
buying out a venue and then just sending in a bunch of people to sing "Smallest Man" on repeat.
I don't know the math. Are we talking like tens of millions? How much does that cost?
Well, you got to think it's at least like what's the smallest venue he's doing nowadays? 20,000.
Well, all of the
10,000?
tickets. This is his last
Resale
tour
market.
ever, and all the tickets are already
That's
sold.
bullshit. He's definitely going back on tour.
He's been telling me from the beginning that he's done touring.
Yeah.
He told you a lot of things.
And
Yeah,
he
that's
keeps
true.
on touring.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think this is going to be such a chip on this guy. Like he's going to walk around so shameful that I don't
could see
think
him doing an apology tour at some point, being like, you know what? Everything Bree said was 100% the truth. I'm going to rehab. And I could see that move.
I that's why I threw him a bone. I want the guy to get better. I want him to fix himself. But throughout all of this and like the way he's reacted to it and not responded and like took the high road with the song and like World's a Giant, it's very evident he has no plans
Lock
on
him
changing
away.
whatsoever.
Lock him away.
But who knows? There's still hope. I believe in people.
So
I don't know if I'd even believe it. I could see like his crisis management team being like, this is your only move at like if you want to rehab your image a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he's handling this, the way
He'll
he's
never
handled
apologize.
everything, the way he's handled everything from posting the breakup before you're ready, the truck, the riot, the posting like through it, acting like it's not happening.
The manipulation of like the sob stories he's posting, now it's so clear. It's just kind of amazing. Now it's so clear what he's doing. Like it's so clear that he doesn't mean anything that he says. It's always a narrative. All right, guys, quick commercial break for Hey Dude. So, Hey Dude, have you tried Hey Dude? And did you know that they make boots? Look at these. I just pulled these out. These are actually so adorable and I love them and they're super comfortable. So they make boots that are every bit as comfortable as their classic shoes, giving you the lightweight, easy feel, perfect for any adventure, indoors or out. Yeah, they are like super light. When you have boots on, they're always super heavy, not these ones. And they're unbelievably comfortable and built for any occasion. So they're made to keep up with your style and lifestyle from outdoor trails to city streets. So Hey Dude boots are available in cozy materials, durable fabrics, and versatile colors to find the perfect pair for every look. You can find your next pair of boots at heydude.com. Check these out. They're so cute.
What is Zach Bryan cakes? A TikTok has gone viral for saying she understands now why Zach's bandmates threw cake at him so hard for his birthday. This one, the TikTok believes I have autism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
This is what Bree was talking about.
Yeah, I don't think. Future BFF. So yeah, all right. People were, I guess, confused when we said this last time. I said I was leaving BFFs. BFFs is continuing with Bree and Josh. And I don't know if you guys want to talk. I think the plan is to change it a little bit. No?
Yeah. It's definitely going to be a new pod.
Yeah, definitely new feel. I think you're going to see me and Bree in person much more. I think you're going to see a little bit more of like a guest atmosphere as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys will
a
have
little more personal life involved in it.
Luck with guests. Like we would try to get guests and I think they were a little afraid of me, even though I think that was always kind of unfair. Like we didn't really
I agree.
Grill people.
No,
I think it was just your bluntness towards them that maybe got them afraid. They knew that they couldn't give you a PR trained answer and that you would be like, okay, let's move to the next question.
And I'm also not a fan of like, you want to guess and like, well, the guest doesn't want to talk about this. It's like, well, that's
then you
exactly
bring it up.
That's all you want to talk
that's
about.
like the only thing I want to talk about. So we had all these unused track covers. I think we picked good ones.
My favorite was the top middle, the Instagram story one.
Yeah, I think that it just had a nice look to it. It did have a nice
the
look to
notification, the Instagram breakup post. That
the
one was,
spirit.
Shout out Quigs.
Yeah,
shout out Quigs. And then we have normal headlines that I think we should probably skip for one more week. I mean, I think we'll get back on the normal train of things next week. Obviously, this is a crazy 2 weeks. And honestly, couldn't be more proud of you, Bree, for the way you handled it. And again, nothing to do with money. That's one thing. It had absolutely nothing to do. Bree and I even talked after about how to handle it because she became like so, I don't know what the word, like everybody's talking about it. I didn't want her doing ads for us. Really, I didn't want to seem like it had anything to do with money. Like
me too. A lot of people came like want to work with me and do stuff, and I don't know, a little icky. So nothing to do with money. Dave gave me no money. I mean, if you want to give me 10 mil, that's no problem. But
I offered to play the truck.
Oh yeah, you did. Thank you. I found out the truck is in my name, so we would have just been giving it back for no reason and giving him money for no reason.
That's what we thought.
Good.
Yeah.
So Dave, what has to happen to make Rolling Loud happen? Teleprompter.
Most of the artists don't even really sing. It's like
you got to think about half of them don't even sing. The track plays in the background.
It's in Miami.
Miami.
Dave don't dance. Dave don't sing. Dave goes into the track and
you can't have the last time you've been on stage be with Zach Bryan.
Touche.
You know, that's.
Well, you saw how long I stayed on stage for that one. I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
I know. And after, I was like, Dave, you're supposed to stay up there. He's like, nope.
You could just come up for your verse.
It's half the fucking song.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
When is Rolling Loud?
Mid-December.
We have time.
Oh, it's soon.
We have time.
Next month.
I don't know. Will it still be in vogue then?
Clearly they think so. They're asking you guys to perform it.
Yeah.
Sleep on it.
Yeah,
it's like a fair. It's like a little bit of a farewell show.
Yeah.
Go out
I feel
on
like
a bang.
Rolling Loud is not a crowd.
No,
not
but-
at all.
It's funny.
It's so funny. You guys be rapping it. Nobody
What
knows
if people
it.
like mad? They're like, isn't like Rolling Loud like no and shit?
No, it's rappers.
Rolling
like
Loud's
Travis
more
Scott
rap.
and, like Future and like all those people are headlining it.
I mean, if nobody knows it, it's still funny.
It would be funny if
Booze.
real rappers were like on stage with us doing it. That
Maybe we get someone to maybe Lil
Sexy
Yachty,
Red?
a guest of the
Lil
pod
Yachty
before.
is
Get Lil
part of the
Yachty to come
lineup.
out.
Is Sexy Red
See,
part of
Lil
the
Yachty's
lineup?
part of the lineup.
Can't pull up the-
I'm sure she is.
The sexy.
I'll think about it. I'll sleep on it. I really don't like. When I had to get back in the booth, I was going to Ole Miss. I was up at like 8 a.m. I was like, I gotta go back in the booth. I did 2 songs. I laid down 2 tracks. Jet Ski was like absolutely in my face. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, I mean, you put in some work. By the Country Diddy one though, which I didn't even know was coming out. I heard it an hour before the world heard it. You sound like a new rapper. This growl.
They're telling me to go low. They're like, growl. It's like, all right, fuck it. I'll growl.
It was crazy. I had never
Yeah.
heard it. I was like, what?
I was doing it all. I think Country Diddy could go huge if we could get on Spotify.
Yeah, any
Caroline's
of them get
hook
on
is
Spotify,
pretty
they go.
fucking fire.
The more you listen
They'll
to
go
it, the catchier.
crazy.
Yeah.
But they want to keep us down. So
They do.
Well,
I mean, they heard Smallest Man and they were like, "This literally is going to win a Grammy if we leave this out. How can we?"
it was
can't
going
have that.
crazy.
We can't have them win a Grammy off this.
No.
That'll destroy Zach. So they had to block.
I just want to get ahead of him on like the charts, but they won't let us get on the
But-
charts.
You know, though, for a fact, if it was able to have come out, it's passing him on charts. There's no question in my mind, by the
100%.
way.
Well, did you
There's
guys
it's like-
see on Spotify? It's so crazy when you type in Smallest Man
Yes.
or Country Diddy,
All his
it
shit
promotes
comes
all
up.
of Zach's songs. It's
Yeah,
so
same on
fucking-
YouTube. Same on YouTube.
Like
I got a text about this from people in the music industry
That's
that are like, it's
gross.
clear that Zach's team and
They
Zach,
set it up,
they're
yeah.
paying ads to put like behind when people look up Smallest Man that hit. They're paying to push that.
they're giving that 12 mil to Spotify. Why don't they fucking donate it to charity?
Seriously.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm
All right.
auctioning off the Birkin he gave me and donating it. So stay tuned for
I
that.
didn't even know you had a Birkin. Did I know that?
Yeah, I never used it, but he got me a Birkin.
All right.
Oh, I talked to Bree and Josh about it. Do we want to just drop the Dropbox of the song and the video in case rappers and, DJs or whatever want to play it?
Oh, we should totally do that.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
What?
People are wanting to play the Smallest Man like at bars and at clubs and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
but they can't
give it
have
them.
it. So we
just
should give them
give it
At least the
Dropbox.
Dropbox of just like anyone that wants to
Yeah,
take it.
100%.
Yeah, take it. away.
Also, we weren't saying money, but get this in your head for all you BFFs, Bree fans, Barstool fans. Usually we Black Friday coming up. What we're gonna do for Bree, since she did turn, I know she didn't do it, but still 12 mil. Everything you buy from Bree, Black Friday will be Bree. So we're gonna give her 100% of it. So Bree, you're on the hook to come up with merch. All goes to you. You should be able to not 12 mil, but
Not 12 mil, but
that,
something.
but something. So
okay, thank you. That's very nice.
that's a good thing to do. That's not why we did it, but all of everything there we'll give to her. So
Go get it.
all right. That hopefully wraps up this song. And again, Bree, I think we can't even put into like words measure how many people you help. So really proud of you. And I know it's a tough decision, but there's no doubt you did the right thing.
No doubt.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.